Alright everybody, welcome to our Game 1 between Protectors of Aiur and Smoke! I'm so used to longer names. Protectors of Aiur did win the coin flip. They decided to go for first pick, so Smoke banned out Dragonshire as well as Towers of Doom. Protectors of Aiur then banned out Garden of Terror and Braxis Holdout. Smoke then takes us to Towers of Doom, which I think I said was bad. Maybe I screwed up? I don't know. We'll see. Either way, we do have our map selected, so let's go ahead and hop in. Are my keybinds? I think I figured out why my keybinds aren't working. They don't seem to work unless I'm focusing OBS, which is weird. Figure out if there's a way for me to fix that. We'll see. Regardless, we do see the Lucio and the Brightwing banned out, so those who just heal for free are banned, except for Ariel. Ariel is also someone who can heal relatively for free. She doesn't have mana. Johanna is the next ban. Interesting that the people with first pick ban out Johanna. That's usually a second pick ban because the first picks kind of want it. Probably after something else. Stukov does get banned here, though. Healers are getting seriously starved out, so we're likely going to see those picked up early here. Not sure what first pick is. The Johanna ban makes me think that there's a very specific first pick that they had in mind. Anubarak is the first pick for Protectors of Aiur, and the first pick for the evening. Vala and Rhaegar are the next picks. All solid picks so far. Anubarak has a lot of siege potential on a map that siege potential is very important, so that is very solid there. Blaze and Sylvan are the next picks, so they did not secure a healer. That is a potentially dangerous situation. Anduin is banned out there. I'm not sure what this ban is. Probably tank, if I had to guess. What? Hogger actually is the ban out there. Sorry, I'm taking some quick notes. Not sure what this pick is. They might pull tank. Never mind.
My blades are yours.
And Sonya. So they're holding their last DPS. Interesting, interesting. Could be something sneaky. Oh, not too bad.
Let the Inquisition commence.
That was a rude ad. And Falstad. But lots of damage on the side of Protectors of Aiur. Welcome back, everybody. Sorry about that ad. I thought I ran one at the tail end of our wind-up time, but does not look like that was the case. So we should be good to roll now. Music seems much higher than it should be during the exciting parts. I like to keep the draft music pretty high. I don't think it's too high. I've not had anyone complain about it before, but that doesn't mean that it's not an issue. But yeah. I don't know, let me know if it seems too high for you. Alrighty, everybody, let's hop into the game here on the left side. Excuse me for a moment. On the left side, we have Orion on Vala. Not Vala, Sylvanas, that one. We have a beetle. I'm not gonna try. The Sound on Blaze, Tracer on Falstad, and Sergeant Scoops on Whitemane.
3, 2,
crap.
1. Fight.
There we go. On the right side, we have Baby Whale on Sonya, Raijin on Vala, Shonen on Garrosh, MJH on Chromie, and Lambi on the Rhaegar. Things are not working well so far. You can't be clever, so you just wouldn't smoke. Fair enough. Both sides did go straight to the bottom here, seeing the potential for some cheese. Who doesn't like some cheese? Cheese is fun. Bit of aggression from both teams. Nubarak pretty low. Just do a thing quick. There we go. Sorry about that. Yeah, no, things not going according to plan so far. Both sides are going for their siege camps. That's actually surprising. Looks like Smoke will be faster on their siege camps. I thought with Sylvanas Falstad they'd be a little faster on the siege camp. But these camps will head towards the bottom lane. Throw onto the beetle. He does disengage though. Whitemane does have mana problems early on, so that is a pretty major concern. The longer these fights go, yeah, as you can see, Whitemane's already basically oomed. Meanwhile, Rhaegar's doing just fine. He also has some mana problems, but nothing compared to Whitemane. Does look like Protectors of Aru will disengage for some mana, health, etc. The trap is known. The trap is gone! Throw onto the beetle, taking a little bit of damage there. He does have Burrow, yep, and he does use it to get out. About half health there. Looks like Whitemane is just gonna sit quick. Falstad taking some damage from the skies. Sand hurts, wouldn't you know? Here we go. Looks like top lane is going to have a gentleman's agreement. Engage on the, not sure who was engaged there. Nubarak pretty low. Nubarak is first blood of the evening. Tracer taking a ton of damage. Sylvanas goes down, as does the Falstad. Unfortunately, Whitemane does not have enough mana at this stage of the game to keep everybody afloat, and does, in fact, watch all her friends die. danger of drafting Whitemane. The question is, can they keep this game stable until Whitemane can keep up with all this damage? That is a serious question. Does look like we see an auto attack Vala. Everything else is about standard. Except for Slam Sonya. I don't think Slam Sonya is the typical go-to, but I could be wrong. Checking for the Chromi traps. Both camps were picked up. I did miss that. Sylvanas, though, now empowers said camps. Slowing Sands does go out, trying to buy some time before they hit the towers. Camp does go down. It's also a pretty solid zoning tool. False that trap in the sands. Does not have his disengage there, and he does go down. Garrosh pretty low, but that means he has a ton of armor, and Whitemane is the next to fall. This is a single shrine objective, and it looks like it'll be going in favor of Smoke. Protectors of Aiur do not have a whole lot of poke to try and interrupt that channel. Sylvanas, though, blowing up the wave quite effectively. Whilst that does fly himself back into the fight. Solid lead so far from Smoke, but the 10s on the side of Protectors of Aiur are very scary tools. So once they can get that, that'll help get them back in this game. It might be a bit of a struggle, though. They've already lost quite a bit here. Chromi does finish her level 1 quest. There's not a whole lot for either team to do right now. Protectors of Aiur just trying to stall out for 10s the best they can. Lots of damage on the Garrosh. Looks like they're going to engage. Ancestral does go through. Taunt does not find the Falstad as he was able to barrel roll out of danger there. You can see the spazzy movements. He thought he was dead. How has that Chromi trap not been found? That is, like, ridiculously impressive that that's not been found. Uh-oh. Doesn't look like there's going to be an engage onto the Sonya. She does have the leap. She does pop it. Cocoon goes out onto her. Possibly a waste of a Cocoon. Meanwhile, Smoke are going to go ahead and pressure this bot lane. They're not able to get it. Full 5-man rotation down. Objective is north here. Unstoppable gets popped by the Garrosh. Big stun engage onto 2. Taunt goes through. Bunker does get dropped. Rhaegar, the only one to fall here. Altars will become active momentarily. Sonya should be able to secure their side objective. It looks like Blaze will just be the only one going up north for his side objective. So it is just going to be a gentleman's trade, which does benefit Smoke more so than gentlemen's. Protectors of Aiur. What on earth? Where on earth did that come from? Nurak will be harassing the Garrosh. Mind Control does go through. Unstoppable does follow through as well, though. I'm still trying to figure out where Gentleman's came from. Is there something in my water? Engage from the Anubarak is a little far from his team. Lots of damage onto the Garrosh, though. Anubarak taking more damage than the Garrosh, actually. Sylvanas trying to find an opportunity to kind of go in here, it looks like, but she's not going to find it. Palantir advantage is still in play for Smoke. Anubarak does engage onto the Vala. Cleanse goes out just a little too early for the Mind Control. Mind Control does find the Vala. and does secure the kill. Nubrak thrown over the wall. I don't think he has Burrow here. He does go down. Taunt onto the Sylvanas. She goes down as well. It's... My life for Protoss homeworld pronounced Aiur. Okay. Thank you for correcting me. Objective is available bot lane. Whitemane getting thrown into death. That was just death. There's no more commentation needed. That was just death. We are 22-32 right now for the core healths. Solo lane going back to their business. Falstad, though, trying to grab the top camp.
Red team has destroyed a fort.
Buckheap will be grabbed by Smoke. Not seeing a whole lot of plays here. Top lane is getting pushed quite a bit, though, with the Falstad Blaze combo there. Falstad does have a global, so he can pop down to any fight that needs to happen, and it might be pretty soon that he pops it. Mind Control onto the Garrosh. He does get the Ancestral as well. Cocoon onto Rhaegar, so Garrosh is very much on his own, and he's very reliant on a healer, and he does go down. Rhaegar also very alone right now. He does have the Sonya. Big leap onto herself, followed by a Chromie time stop to help get the Rhaegar out of danger there. Camp Steal was successful from the side of Smoke. With the Garrosh dead, though, even with 16s, Smoke probably can't contest this objective. I spoke too soon, I think, as Whitemane is very low. This is a double objective in the top lane, though. Does not look like they're going to go for it. Instead, they are going to use their high degree of siege to pressure this bot lane while taking the trade. Once again, very favorable situation for Smoke there. Okay, taking that trade. They get 5 shots to 3, and they still are very ahead on core.
Our towers assail the Raven Lord.
Another
You tried?
tower.
What is it not? Aiur? You typed it as Aiur. Whatever. Does look like Nubrak's trying for an engage here. They do need to start winning some of these fights.
I have opened a tunnel near our core that leads to the battleground center. Use it well.
What? I mean, I knew I could do that. I'm open to my tunnel as well.
Doesn't look like they're gonna get it though. Both sides are just kind of playing a little passive now. Just kind of hanging out. Let's look at some talents again. Again, nothing too atypical. Everything's kind of standard. Aiur! Got it! You used it, you! We do see a big fight coming out, though. Gust was used to try and stop it, as was Cocoon. Whitemane completely boom and very, very much in danger. Blaze is also in danger, though. He does charge out up in that top lane. This is double altar phase. They seriously need to win both of these, in all honesty. Chromie's zoning potential, though, is just astronomical there.
The Gravekeeper's cronies reach the altars before you.
And it will be another trade, once again in favor of Smoke. Smoke just A-okay with these trades, not playing too aggressive, just kinda chilling, having a good time. Is it? Okay. Whatever, I'm an idiot. Moving on. Bugger was dropped there. Does look like we're going to see a camp invade here. Mind control on to the Garrosh. Taunt does go through. Big stun onto many. Beetle does get squished, as well as the Falstad. Blaze staying afloat somehow through all of this. Whitemane also staying afloat, but does go down to the Chromie. And Sylvanas follows right after. That was a very favorable fight, but they grouped up just a little too much. Taunt on everybody, leap on everybody. I'm not sure the Protectors have a chance to come back from that.
Red team has destroyed.
That's really painful, and they're down for a long time.
Prepare yourselves, hero.
And it's double shrine. Or double altar. So they need to somehow regroup. I'm not sure how they pull this off. It's gonna take a minor miracle for sure. Pulse that flies in.
Lay claim.
He's very alone. His team fighting in mid, trying to buy as much time as possible. Falstad does use the Gust, somehow gets out of that very dangerous situation and buying quite a bit of time, but they weren't able to get it. Then they grabbed mid, but now it is just one, count it, one health on the core. There are so many ways for Smoke to win right now. The Protectors have to play very perfect here. Unstoppable does get popped, lots of damage onto the vault that he does fly out of there. Everybody dropping pretty quick, but going right back up. Mind control onto the Sonya. Lots of damage coming through from the Whitemane, which also means a lot of healing. Anubarak somehow surviving all of this. Falstad, however, not. Sylvanas also not. Whitemane does run out of all her tricks, and she does go down. And Blaze is the next to fall. 20s were picked up in the middle of that fight, helping to secure the victory for Smoke, as there's nothing the Beetle can do to stop this boss. And the death of the core. Bloodbath indeed. Welcome everybody to Game 2 in our series between Protectors of Aiur, almost said it wrong again, and Smoke. The Protectors did win the coin flip, so Smoke was forced into the map pick. So Smoke banned out Dragonshire. Okay. Looks like the lobby was having some issues. Dragonshire, as well as Tomb of the Spider Queen. The Protectors then banned out Braxis Holdout and Garden of Terror. So Smoke takes us to Towers of Doom, where they won! And now they're taking us to Alterac Pass. Alrighty, Bala is the first ban for our Game 2. Brightwing getting banned out yet again. What's with the hate for the adorable little dragon? I'm not sure what the hate for the adorable dragon is. Let's see. Anubarak is the next ban for the Protectors. And I was gonna say, I was trying to remember what they banned Game 1, but it looks like they're going for the same route, and it was. They did ban out the Stukov yet again. Johanna is the first pick. Healer's not getting starved out this time, though. This is one of those maps that you can see some interesting drafts. Anduin! Makes sense. Denying the opponents the Anduin Joe is always a solid move. And Genji. Anduin Genji is actually not bad as long as your Anduin knows how to use their pull. Hogger and Rhaegar! So we got some fur on the side of the Protectors. Interesting, interesting. They've got a lot of displacement. Not a lot of major displacement, but a lot of small displacements. It'd be interesting to see if that's part of their strategy. Wow. No love for fur. You picked 2 fuzzies, that's all you get. Let's see. This is probably a tank or an off lane. Could be something. Not sure. Meridin! Makes sense, that's a solid light bomb target. Honestly, I think they already have a solid light bomb target with Genji, because I mean, he could just pop deflect while the light bomb's on him to make sure it goes off. And then, like, ult right on top of it. That's pretty scary if they can pull it off. Looks like that might kind of be where they're going. They might be going full wombo combo here. Yeah, I mean, you've got Light Bomb, you've got Wailing, Blaze Charge. Like, this is looking very wombo to me. I'm not usually a huge fan of wombo combos just because they tend to be a little unreliable in my experience. But nevertheless, to each their own. Zeratul? Okay. Zeratul is an uncommon trap. And we do see Double Bruiser getting run on the side of Smoke. Interesting, interesting. We'll have to see how this plays out. Yeah, no, I'm trying to think about this draft, and I'm not seeing anything, like, super specific for the Zeratul. So it'll be interesting if we get to see why that was the draft. Alrighty, everybody! Okay, I did unpause. Up into this! On the left side, we have... I'm still not even remotely sure how that's pronounced. On Johanna. Orion on Falstad. Sergeant Scoops on Rhaegar. The Sound 51 on Hogger. And Tracer on Zeratul for Protectors of Aiur. On the right side, we have Lambia on Anduin. Shonen on Varian. Raijin on the Sylvanas. FJH on the Genji. And Baby Whale on the Blaze for Smoke. Do you see some early quests? What's this quest again? Oh, nice. But it looks like we're going to see an auto-attack Falstad. Smoke are going straight to lanes. Makes sense. They don't have too many quests to worry about. And Varian is not really a hero at the moment. Hogger trying to harass the Genji a little bit there. Interesting that Genji's laning. I guess he can soak XP decently and duel a lot of people. He just can't really pressure lanes much. We do see both siege camps getting started. Falstad is on the top lane there. Yeah, now. Like, Zeratul has so much lane pressure. Especially because he could just teleport out if, like, situations like that happen where it's just, like, unfavorable. He's one of the better stealth heroes for that lane pressure alone, honestly. We are approaching level 4, though, which is very important for Varian. Speaking of Varian, he's dropping very quickly there. Does look like he will be healed up just fine. Orion, on the other hand, might be in some danger here. Nope, he's fine. Everyone's fine. You only need the last little bit of your health bar anyway, right? Interesting Zeratul build. Don't usually see Cleave build taken. To be fair, I don't usually see him in NGS.
Get ready to free them.
Where even are these talents? Increased radius, additional 40 over 3 seconds. Not bad. It's not bad at all. Ah, Genji and his insane amounts of wave clear, just throwing some shurikens at people. Objective will be starting momentarily. Looks like the fight might be on the Protector's side here. Both sides are grabbing their siege camps in preparation for the objective. Only one of the two was interrupted by the Protectors. So the channel does go through for Smoke. Stopping at 23 seconds, though.
Good work, lads and lassies.
Smoke should be finishing their camp any moment now. There it is. Augur looks like he's trying to start the objective. In a little bit of danger, though. Does pop his unstoppable. I like that horse. I don't think I've seen that horse before. It's a pretty mount. A little bit of engage just north of the objective. Doesn't look like Smoke are going to go ahead and grab the objective, continuing the channel. Not sure if they're just giving or what the plan is here, because they only have 10 seconds left. Taunt goes through onto the Johanna. Looks like they're just going to give the objective here. Not entirely sure why. Trying to figure out their tactic. Is it just they might be needing 10s for what they're planning. So that's kind of how they're playing, just stalling out as long as they can, buying every second they can. We're just kind of waiting till 10s. But I'm not sure I see what they're after. Either way, Sylvana's getting some high amounts of value here. Taunt does go through onto Johanna. She does get cleansed out of it, though. Objective is taken out, only half of a front wall. Meanwhile, bottom, Zeratul has a decent amount of wave clear, but not a whole lot of ways to kill the objective there. Augur, on the other hand, doing just fine in the top lane. He's very angry. He's a very angry Augur. Every time I've looked at him, he's been at full energy? Rage? I think it's called Rage. His bar is full. Yeah, Rage. We do see the play for the bot boss here. Genji sees it, though. This boss is burning so fast, though. Johanna trying to anchor some people away. Varian does step on to the objective. Blessed Shield does go through. Falstad very low. Does barrel out. Tracer dropping very quickly. Gust does go through. Light Bomb getting negated. X-Strike does go on to many, but the boss does go in favor of the Protectors. 3 per boss. Arguably not a good trade. However, it is the trade they made. And it will be pushing through the bot lane. They're really banking on that Gust. Worked out for him. Did get half a wall there. And they are back up. So, yeah. I guess it worked out okay for them. They got half a wall. XP is about equalized again. And they're back up in case the enemies want to fight the boss.
We're gonna have another prison camp to knock down.
I can't judge. Does he have to be near? Minion kills. He has to actually last hit with that. I don't like that. Blaze is clearing that top lane. That's what I heard. Both sides did pick up their camps. It's getting a little bit of value from the Protectors in that mid lane.
Get him out of there.
Now they're starting to play a little more aggressively. So they were waiting for 10s. Not sure what they were really waiting for. Are postured very much for a fight, though. Are disengaging. Light Bomb does find the Rhaegar. Taunt goes through. X-Strike as well. Gus trying to save his life, but it's just a little too late. Johanna dropping very quickly here. But she does stay oh, no! Genji dashes over the wall, taking her out. Augur was not able to save her. There, Thul's looking for something. I forget which one. Yeah, might have been. Yeah. Might. So he'll just be able to copy whatever last ability he used. Kind of surprised we don't get to see the cooldown for it, but I guess because he technically never uses it. Top lane is getting sieged in quite a bit by Blaze and Genji. One of those is significantly more notable than the other. That is a fort secured for Smoke. Engage from Blaze. Ancestral does go out. Zeratul very, very low. Light Bomb onto 2 with X-Strike right on it. Gus goes on through trying to cause a disengage, but they will chase through. Blue health bars very, very low here. They look like they're looking for something specific, but I'm not sure what they're looking for. Like, every time I'm seeing them fight, it's like they don't want to fight until something happens, and I don't know what it is they're waiting on. Taunt onto the Johanna. Lots of CC. Hey, Carly. This fort is absolutely a goner, especially with Sylvanas pushing through this lane. Also trying to get as much value as he can. Johanna going in. Blessed Shield goes through. Wailing Arrow, though, goes out and completely counteracts that, taking out 2. Zeratul also dropping wherever he was. I did not see where he was, I'll be honest. Level 16's in play for Smoke. Augur does use the Hog Wild, trying to get himself out of danger a little bit. Does use the Ludipulse. Ludipulse? Hortipulse. That one.
The next time our raiders charge.
That rage is always high. He's always angry. To be fair, he's Hugger. Top boss is being grabbed because they have the 16 advantages that will be pushing on to a keep. And here comes the boss! I want to just focus on the boss for a minute. I've never actually watched the boss's animations. Actually really well done. We're starting on the boss here, dropping very, very quickly. Bot boss is going to be picked up as well, it looks like. I think objective gets announced pretty soon. Yep. So this boss should help them secure this objective. Again, I'm not usually a fan of double boss plays, but this map is one of the ones where that's an exception. Front wall's taken care of, and here he comes! Neither side really fully engaging yet. Looks like Smoke are going to disengage and let the boss die on its own time. There it goes. Camp capture goes through for Smoke. Again, I'm not sure what they're looking for in these fights. But hopefully they find it in this one. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, they're looking for a fight. They're going full in here. They do stop the channel from going through. They did pick up their camp, so that'll help deal with mid. Top pressure does need to be dealt with. Varian is alone on the defense here. Volstad taking care of the top lane pressure. Running a little bit of danger, but she does pop the iron skin. Here he comes. 5v5 is starting out. Joe engaging. Big shield goes through. Light bomb onto Anduin, but he does not live long enough for it to go off. Genji just try to take out the Hogger. Is that it? Is that what they're trying to do? Is that they're just trying to go all in on the Anduin? I suppose it makes sense. They have the capabilities to full dive onto him. It's not easy to do, especially with Blaze. Blaze has a lot of potential to peel the fight away from where they want the fight to happen. Volstad's getting harassed a little bit down there. So, interesting if that's their play, is just pull in on Anduin. Not sure how that got off. I guess that was just before the Wailing Arrow, but Rhaegar does get the Ancestral on himself to save him. 20s are available for Smoke. Neither objective is going in either way. Anduin will be back momentarily. Just looking for someone to pick before Anduin does return. The Vanus gets taken out, just a little too aggressive there. X-Strike coming through. Genji trying to do everything he can. Bunker does go down. Orion pretty low, but so is Hogger. Togger does get the taunt. Objective is picked up by the Protectors. Light Bomb going through, finding three actually. X-Strike does go out onto two of them, as the Light Bomb was unstoppable by the Johanna. Rhaegar does go down, but this objective will be helping to neutralize the lanes and buy time until the Protectors do get 20 themselves. They're not going to get a whole lot with this objective, but they will probably get 20s, which is very big for them. Mid lane will be taken out, no problem. No control, really? Interesting. They're looking for a pick. It's not like they're gonna get it. Falstad will help secure that fort, though. They got more than I thought. I didn't think they'd get a fort out of it, but they did get a fort. Both sides going back to playing defensively. Siege camps are being picked up. I want to take a quick stretch. If they can keep this up, we will be going to a game 3. And that is one heck of a turnaround. They will be going for the boss. They do have Gust. Bit spread taunt onto the Falstad. Banner does go down. Storm Shield gets dropped. Varian very low. Silence does go through. Try and keep him alive. Big wind tunnel. Genji does go down the bunker. Not able to save him. Varian and Anduin both following as well. Blaze right behind. And Sylvanas stands alone. The only one still unalive? We'll go with unalive at the end of the fight. Looks like they decided not to go for the boss here. Instead, just pushing on their own. They do have a fair amount of siege, and they do have minions, to be fair. And they could try and hope for Sylvanas to make a mistake. They do get a front wall. Mid does need to be dealt with, but it looks like Hogger will take care of that on his own. It's going to be a long 20 seconds for Smoke, in all honesty. There we go. Now the Protector fans are starting to speak up. It's not over till it's over. Blaze, the final one to return to life, will be available for them to recontest this if they wish to. Hogger going to try and pick up a camp. Onto the Johanna Cleanse does go through. They do disengage. 16 seconds left on the camp. Hogger does get the siege camp, trying to mitigate some of the map pressure as best he can. Does not look like Smoke are going aggressive here. That was a weird bird laser. Sure, he went laser. Stalling out the camp a little bit while Hogger and Zeratul do deal with the lanes. Can't stall much longer, though. They come starting out a fight. Varian is aggressive here. Light Bomb does not find a target. Wind Tunnel does go through. Genji getting stunned on the bunker. And does drop. Genji very, very low here. Out of control. Getting actually some serious value. Varian does go down in the front line. Will of a Forsaken trying to keep Sylvanas alive. But all the will in the world does not heal you. It just lets you walk through things. Blaze does go down as well, and it doesn't look like this camp will be picked up by the Protectors of Aiur. And they do go and poke the boss, trying to secure the boss objective play. Genji is continuing to push mid lane with the camp to back him up, betting on what the enemy team is doing. I don't think he'll be able to secure this, though. He's just trying to be as annoying as humanly possible, and I'm sure Hogger agrees he is doing that very well. Cavalry will be hitting the battlefield momentarily. Boss is picked up in that top lane by the Protectors. It's already pushed quite a bit, But unfortunately for them, this map is very, very difficult to win through the one lane. So despite the fact that they are almost guaranteed that keep in that top lane, that is borderline meaningless, as they do in fact need to get more off this map in order for them to win the game. There's no way this keep survives though, right? Comes the cavalry. A little bit of CC onto the Varian. Light Bomb does go through, finding two. Gust comes through as well. X Strike. Ancestral keeping the Falstad alive. Again, Genji just getting absolutely stun-locked on various things by the wind tunnel. I'm surprised he's not going flying every time he's getting hit by the wind buffets there. Keep did go down. Boss is fairly healthy. But they do, Protectors do make the call to rotate towards the mid, keep trying to secure their win condition. Taunt onto the Rhaegar, he goes down very quickly, Wailing Arrow onto many. Genji trying to stay afloat without a healer now. Johanna in quite a bit of danger. She does pop the Storm Shield to keep herself and her friends afloat. She's doing everything she can to stay alive, and she does do so. That is the third and final keep going down on the side of Smoke, putting them in a heck of a lot of danger. The boss without any of that armor, very, very capable to just drop dead at any moment. Augur, though, in quite a bit of danger, getting hunted down, but it does not look like they're going to keep on him there. Falstad keeping an eye on the bot boss. I think he saw that Varian. Now he definitely sees the Varian. Rhaegar still down for quite a while. This is a very, very late boss. They've got to be playing around the Gust. Doesn't look like they're going to go for the boss stop. They're just going to go for the defense. Rhaegar is back up and ready to defend. Mid lane camp was picked up by the Protectors of Aiur.
More of our soldiers have been taken prisoner. Let's take them back.
Oh my word, Tracer dropping very quickly there. I thought he was fine, honestly, and it looks like he would have agreed with that sentiment. Falstad getting some damage out on the boss. Varian getting harassed quite a bit by the Hugger. Boss will take down this keep. It was already basically dead to begin with, to be honest. Boss is down to 50%. But again, you really can't win through just one lane. And the Protectors are just going, yep, we're content with the boss battling our core. Meanwhile, Smoke Core in danger of Winions. Will of the Forsaken does get popped. Rhaegar in a little bit of danger. Looks like Wailing Arrow was popped somewhere in there. Hugger hunts down and kills Sylvanas. Not a sentence I thought I'd ever say. Falstad does dive deep, going in on the Genji. Wind Tunnel does stun lock him once again into oblivion. The camp does not solo the core. Varian dropping very quickly. That is 4-4-0. Core very, very exposed. Anduin has borderline 0 counter siege. Not sure how he stops this, if he stops this. There are the GGs as the core does hit 0. And it does look like, ladies and gentlemen, we will in fact be going to a Game 3. My word. Alright, once again, I do need to step away, but I will pop an ad while I do so. Alrighty, everybody, welcome to Game 3 in our series between Protectors of Aiur and Smoke. once again, for the final time, Protectors of Aiur did win the coin flip. They then banned out Garden of Terror and Braxis Holdout, choosing to go for first pick. Smoke then got the map pick. They banned out Dragonshire and Tomb of the Spider Queen. They then took us to Towers of Doom, where they won. Smoke then takes us to Alterac Pass, where they lost. And now they take us to Infernal Shrines. I think we know who's picking all the maps for the evening. Once again, Brightwing is banned out. Bala as well. Alright, you're not the healer. I was gonna say, I think you hopped in here to just say you're the best healer. But no! Thank you and welcome. Hugger's banned out as well. Makes sense, this is his best map. They took first pick though. I guess they're going for the Johanna and hoping it doesn't get banned. Not sure. This is probably Johanna. Ooh, that's also a solid ban. He's pretty strong on this map. Does secure the first pick as Johanna for the Protectors of Aiur.
I will fight to my left.
I just realized, Bane, you didn't do the prediction for game 2. Are you here? Assuming you just forgot. If you're not here, then I need to run the predictions, but I don't know. Speak up! Let me know you're alive, otherwise I'll handle it. I'll be prepared to handle it. Not the bird! Yeah, bird gets banned out. They get behind. I did talk about Rhaegar and Sonya being picked, I'm pretty sure. They did give the Anduin Joe. That's scary. That's a scary thing to give your opponent. And Junkrat, one of the highest banned heroes this season, for some reason. He does have a lot of good zoning tool for the map, though. Okay, cool. Thanks, Vayne. I thought my mod died there for a minute. Blaze and Garrosh are the final ban for the evening. So there is I don't know. I can't make a joke that covers both of them.
Victory for the Forsaken.
Nubarak and Sylvanas are the next picks for Smoke. Lots and lots of siege there. We very well might see them just say, screw the objective. We are going to push without it and cause problems. And the final picks for the evening.
Do your worst.
Genji and Yarel! Been a solid minute since I saw a Yarel. I say that, I think it was like last week. But still! I know who made Yarel much more commonly played in NGS, and I am glad of it. Don't know if he still plays in NGS. Zuljin is our final pick for Smoke, and our final pick for Game 3 of the evening. Interesting draft. On both sides, kind of. Not sure I have too much of an opinion aside from them just being interesting. Alrighty, let's get into our final game of the evening. We have Sergeant Scoops on Anduin, Orion on the Junkrat. Name I'm not even going to try on Johanna. The Sound 51 on Yarel. Tracer on Genji for Protectors of Aiur. And on the right side, we have Lambi on the Rhaegar Raijin on the Sylvanas, MJH on the Taz Dingo, Baby Whale on the Sonya, and Shonen on the Beetle for Smoke. Gonna be tough to get through Junkrat Genji. Yeah, I mean, they have a lot of zoning. Because, I mean, Genji's kind of his own zone, and Junkrat has the mines and traps and stuff like that. So that is definitely going to be a factor. Don't forget to place your bits. Just realized that I accidentally turned the music off because I forgot to after the last game. Does look like we're going to see a 4-man rotation. Yep, both sides just kind of going for a 4-man rotation. It does look like Smoke are going to go ahead and pick up their siege camp. Zul'jin hugging that 50% mark. Bot camp might be a fight momentarily. And it will be a little bit of one. Zul'jin dropping very quickly, and he does go down. Anub'arak did engage with his burrow, so he's in quite a bit of danger here. He was trying to secure the camp, and he will die for it. That is 2-0 in favor of Protectors of Aiur. Mid-camp was pushing, but it's not too powerful. Thought I had someone bugging me about stream stuff, but nope. I'll deal with that notification later. I don't think you guys heard. Yeah, no. You guys don't hear anything. Mid-siege camp was picked up by Protectors. They're going to kind of go back to their 4-man rotation. Meanwhile, they are picking up their bruiser. It's a tad early, but not insanely early. Mid-camp will be dealt with very quickly. Both sides bruiser camps are getting picked up. Yarel just chilling, doing her own offlane thing. And Genji doing Genji things, just being the most annoying little cyber ninja on this face of the Nexus. This side of the Nexus. That one. Yarel is continuing to double soak, so they might try and give this objective. Nope, both off lanes are gone, so this is a 4v4. Did not realize she could use possession on the doggos. It's good to know. Neither side starting the objective. They do have numbers now with Anub'arak going to lane. Objective does finally get started. They're just chilling, having a grand old time. It is 4v5 at the moment. Can they secure a kill to increase their chances for the future? Nope, the final person does show up. It is 5v5. Sylvanas very, very low. Blind does go out. Sonya does engage onto Yarel there. Nobody really going down here, which does favor Protectors of Aiur. They do get back into their position. They have a lot of zoning potential. Junkrat dropping very quickly, does get the Anduin pull. 10 more of the Shrine Monsters are all the Protectors need. Yarel just chilling in the lane. Looks like they're gonna try and re-engage. Anub'arak dropping very quickly. He does pop the burrow aggressively. He's very much on his own right now. Genji dropping very quickly, does re-engage onto the Beetle, and he is the first to fall. Looks like Sonya might follow. Nice juke out of the Uriel jump. Cleanse does go through, but unfortunately the cleanse does not cleanse death. Arcane Punisher will be going through the top lane. Uriel heading off to do her laning shenanigans. Zuljin gets stunned. If the sidewalk would have gotten taken out there, Zuljin was a dead man. Fortunately for the side of Smoke, they do not have enough burn on the sidewall to really take care of it. But that absolutely would have been a dead troll. Uriel is stealing the enemy camp. They are about to hit 10s. The sound really reminding me of Pants right now. Like, that was 100% a Pants play. Does look like the Protectors of Aiur will be grabbing the bottom siege camp, trying to maximize their level 10 advantage. Might be a 4v4 fight. Never mind! 5v4! Light Bomb does come through, as does the Riptire, securing the Sylvanas kill. I didn't see the shield get popped, but apparently the shield got popped. Also, Genji's ult was also popped. Another thing I didn't see. But nevertheless, it happened. Front wall was taken care of down here. The map is getting painted blue tonight. A little bit of an invade coming through, but it's not going to be enough. Camp was picked up by Protectors of Aiur. Leap goes down onto 2. Wailing Arrow following it up. Pull does go out onto the Uriel, trying to cleanse her from the silence. Ancestral onto Sonya, trying to keep her alive. Genji does dash over the wall. And nobody dies, despite basically all of the ultimates getting popped by Smoke. That is not a good feeling, ladies and gentlemen. Especially not the fight after your opponents got two kills with their ultimates. Everybody kind of spread out on the Protectors of Aiur, trying to get as much map soak as they can, as much map pressure as they can as well. And we can kind of chill in the mid lane for the moment. Both sides are picking up their bruiser camps.
Ready. A shrine gathers power. You will take it for me.
Bit of aggression onto the Genji in the bot lane here. He will stay alive just fine, but the wall, however, in a little bit of danger. They have a lot of seed pressure with just the Anubarak and the Sylvanas, and it is not being answered right now. They're trying to base race against a Sylvanas and an Anubarak. That is a dangerous gamble to take. Does look like I might trade fort for fort, though. Leap does go out, as well as the Divine Shield. They did trade fort for fort, but if that ended up being a continued base race in the bot lane, that would have not gone favorably for the Protectors. Fortunately, the objective was available and did steal focus. Engage from the Johanna, Light Bomb only on the Beetle. Cocoon does go out onto Uriel, pull onto the Junkrat. Red health bar dropping very quickly, and here comes the Riptire trying to secure a kill. Anubarak does receive the Ancestral. All popped by the Uriel. She's back to full health. X-Strike does help secure that Sonya there. It looks like Tastingo might be next, but they are not chasing down. Tastingo does get popped. Genji trying to stay afloat through the Tastingo. And it does look like second objective will be going in favor of Protectors of Aiur.
Blue team has summoned the Mortar Punisher.
Here comes the bait. This front wall just absolutely shredding, especially with help from the Mortar Punisher. I could be wrong, but if I recall correctly, the Mortar Punisher is the one of the Punishers, or is the Punisher that scales the most over time. So it's starting to get pretty scary. They don't secure the fort, however. Lots of damage went through, though. Does look like they're looking for the invade. Shield goes out onto the Sylvanas. Genji trying to isolate her and taking her out. Junkrat trades for the Sylvanas. Cocoon goes out onto Genji. Cocoon breaks. Blue health bars dropping very, very quickly. And I'm trying to keep everybody afloat. Pull onto the Johanna. Genji rotates north, everybody else rotates south. And it was just a 1-for-1 trade. Not sure what interrupted that. Sonya will secure the siege camp that was the fight target. Meanwhile, Smoke, the rest of the Smoke, will secure the bottom siege. Sixteens are available for the Protectors.
There we go.
And the siege continues with the Sylvanas trait. Wailing Arrow does go through. Riptire does do a lot of damage. The Sylvanas hate is real, as she does eat all the ultimates there. Urel, meanwhile, eating the entire enemy team's damage, does pop the survival ult there. 1-for-0 trade. They still have 16 advantage. The Sound keeping up the aggression even under enemy towers. Fort does go down. Tazdingo dropping very quickly. Pops the Tazdingo to stay afloat. Ancestral to get him right back up. Bot lane very much pushed in on the side of Protectors of Aiur. Does not seem like they're too worried about it, though. Urel will go deal with that in a second. Solid plays so far from Protectors of Aiur. Guess it just took them a game and a half to wake up.
This shrine gathers power. Claim it in my name.
Shrine is active. Both sides are picking up their bruiser camps. These fights continue to go how they have been so far. This time, Smoke is the first to the objective. The question is, will that change how these fights go? Engage from the Johanna. Nubarak counter-engaging there. Nubarak dropping very quickly. Light Bomb onto 2. Nubarak does get secured there, as does the Rhaegar. Wailing Arrow did go out. Tazdingo does get popped. Genji trying to secure Tazdingo through Tazdingo. Sylvanas does successfully run away out of the fight. Probably just Hearths there. Yep. Top lane will continue to push. Meanwhile, Urel is securing the objective on her lonesome, while the rest of the team does continue to push in through the bot lane. And here comes the Frozen Punisher, and Sylvanas gets to taste her own medicine, as this Punisher will be shutting down the towers just like she has been all game. Leap coming through any second. second. Here comes stunning. The Nubrak cleanse does come through. Light Bomb trying to follow it up, but he's already been cleansed. Lots of damage onto the Johanna, mostly from the towers. Junkrat dropping very, very quickly. Ancestral not enough to save the Nubrak through all that damage. He does go down. Cocoon does break Riptire onto the structure and Sonya. Meanwhile, the Punisher just absolutely punching the face in of the Banshee Queen. Storm Shield does get popped. They do have 20s on the side of Protector's Fire. Looks like they might be trying to make a play for core here, or at least some core damage. It looks like they're trying to find a pick to go for the game. Honestly, either back out or try and get as much core damage as you can and then back out. Looks like they're going to take the first option and then just back out, trying to paint the map blue. They do have 20 advantage, so they do want to try and fight somewhere in here. Smoke trying desperately to regroup. It's gonna be a long 2 levels for them. They can't even really step out until they hit 20s. We're waiting for the Protectors to make a mistake. So far, it's not happened. And you never want to be in a situation where you're relying on your opponent to make a mistake. Harassment coming through from this Sylvanas. Zul'jin possibly stepped up just a little too far, and in fact he did. Light Bomb not finding anyone. Riptire also not finding anyone. But Zul'jin does go down, which does look like it will secure this keep for the Protectors of Aiur. Second keep is down, and lots of catapults, if you include the siege camp, coming through that mid lane there. Genji trying to secure another kill. Sylvanas doing the best she can to harass the backline. Ancestral does come through onto the Sylvanas, but she's still dropping ridiculously fast. X-Strike does come through, and Sylvanas does go down to the Genji dash. Nubrak was almost next, but did manage to survive. Get a little bit of core damage, and then run away if you're Protectors of Aiur. That's my vote. Nubrak looking for a kill here. He does go down. That might... Oh. Tony also dropping very, very quickly. Testingo does get popped. GG's get cold. And game 3 goes in favor of Protectors of Aiur. Let's get ourselves an interview.
Yeah, well, Baby Whale said we wanted a good series, so we made it good.
Fair enough. Well, I'm very glad that I was here for it. Very nicely done by both teams. Trying to think of some specific moments. There's just so many. Let's start with that first boss on Alterac Pass. That was a bit of a gutsy move. You guys were just banking on the gust to pull you through.
Are you talking about the bottom boss?
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of had a miscommunication a little bit, honestly. We should have got off that and fought that. We had the 10 advantage at the beginning, so we wanted to fight before they got 10, but then we kind of got separated by the boss. I don't know, got the boss, but I'm not 100% sure it was worth. We lost, what, 3 of us?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it looked like how it kind of played out, it looked like you guys were saying, alright, it's a risky play, but we have Gust, so...
Yeah, we saw they were all over the map, and we thought we could rip it because we had 10.
Fair.
So
that's fair.
I think with a little crisper communication, I think that we come out of that way better.
Yeah. How'd you guys keep it together on that map, too? Because you guys were... Like, it always looked like you guys were looking for something specific to happen, and it just never quite worked out. But you guys were still very clearly looking for it, like you knew it would happen. So, how'd you guys keep yourselves together through, like, just fight after fight where everybody's just dying?
hard to say, I guess. Mental fortitude. It takes a lot. It's a ongoing conversation, right? We have to we kind of hold each other together, you know what I mean? Like one person might start to lose it and someone else is like, get back in the game, you know what I mean? Like forget about the past, let's focus on the now. Like we don't care about that fight, we care about the next fight.
Very, very solid. And like it took me a while to figure out kind of what you guys were looking for, but it looked like you guys were going for a very dive heavy comp on that game too. Was I right? Like it always looked like you guys were looking for something specific, and I'm just like, I don't know what they're looking for. And then you started getting picks on the Anduin, and I was like, when the fights immediately started going in your favor, and I was just like, oh, that's what their plan was.
Yeah, I don't know if it was initially dive heavy or just general burst, and then we caught the Anduin the one time, and we was like, that fight worked. Like every time we hit, like, you know, Varian's got 1,000,000 hit points. But then it was like we were afraid of like trading healers. Like I think trading healers favored them a little better.
Okay.
So the top objective that we fought, me and Scoops got separated, and we almost lost Scoops, but he pulled off a pretty good ancestral. And then I don't know, we got their Anduin in that fight also. So like that, I also think that Sylph took an unlucky bounce on the teleport, and that kind of turned that fight for us.
That's fair. But yeah, and then like going into game 3, you guys had just a huge amount of zoning potential. Like every time they were fighting into you guys, it always looked like someone trying to climb a hill. Like, just not a great situation. I'm assuming that's kind of what you were drafting for with the Junkrat Joe, Urel type thing.
I think that it works out really well with that. That's a lot of shrine clear too. Like we want like shrine clear, wave clear, keep wave beat to have that much shrine clear means you can keep wave prio while doing the objective too. And we have multiple people that we can leave on the objective. Like we got like a 4-man wipe, and we like, you know, there's 3 of us that can do the objective while the other 4, you know, whoever's around, you know, like, hey, Junkrat, you stay here. The Urel can soak, and we'll 3-man push the building down because they only have 1 person. Or like, you know, oh, let's leave Urel behind and get something done. Like there's a lot of potential for the shrine versatility kind of.
Very fair. Now, there was one thing that I noticed that it's just like, it took some serious guts to just go, yeah, okay, you went into to be fair, it was very short, but you went into a base race against a Sylvanas and Nubarak on the enemy team. That takes guts. It worked out for you guys. But like, when you saw them attacking, you guys weren't like, oh, they're gonna be faster than us. You were just like, all right, cool, we'll base race. Is there any specific thought process behind that, or is it literally just an, all right, cool, we'll base race?
You mean at the end of Infernal?
Towards the end of it, yeah. It was fort for fort trade. What was the
yeah. Okay, now all right. I get what you. I was a little lost on which part we were on there, but yeah, that was we kind of made a bad call, and it was like they're pushing bottom. I was like, well, we should push top, and I was like, well, we have Junkrat. So it was like,
I was watching it, and I'm just like, if this goes to court, the protectors are just done for.
Yeah, I mean, it worked out. We got the building, but like that was definitely not the advantageous move there. I don't know.
Fair enough.
Part of it was we were already committed to something. We can't you can't walk across the map and not get anything. Like they have that building anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. But yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about. So I'll go ahead and leave the floor to you for shoutouts.
All right. Well, I want to shout out you. Thanks for picking up the match. It's great being cast. Shout out to all the casters. The casters really make the whole NGS, fun and fantastic to be a part of.
For sure.
Shout out to all the volunteers that keep it running, and the mods. They do a great job. Shout out to Protectors of Shikoris, our sister team. That might be all the shout outs I got. Shout out to Smoke. They did a great job. They're always a fantastic opponent. They're good guys, so it's fun.
Alright, cool. Well, good luck in your future games. Hopefully this helps you guys get a better seed in the playoffs.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you.
You're very welcome. See you around. So I am pretty sure there's some casters after us. I'm gonna go double check, see who's around. Yep, looks like there's a cast going on right now, so I'll go ahead and send you guys over there in just a moment, but real quick, thank you for the follow, Aiur? Aiur? I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I'm sorry. If you want to tell me how it's pronounced, feel free. I will check the chat after the fact. But thanks for the follow. Welcome to the community. Studio, thanks for stopping by. Good to have you. Yeah, they're on game 1, so I'll go ahead and send you guys over there in just a moment. But yeah, again, thanks for joining us. I'll see you all next time.